Okay, good morning. I'm here in the laboratory, and this is where I like to plan for my next year's garden. So, there are three major points we need to think about when we are planning food production. The first point is, did I harvest enough food this year? And you have to think of that by each crop. So, if I'm growing 25 different foods, I need to think, did I harvest enough corn? Did I harvest enough onions? You can't do it all at once. You have to go by each individual crop. And if the answer is yes, then that's great. Simply repeat basically what you did yet last year. If the answer is no, I did not get enough harvest from each crop, then you need to figure out what went wrong. Was it environmental? Because you didn't have enough water? Was the weather too hot? Was it too cold? Uh, there could be a lot of other factors in that. There could be pests, there could be disease, there could be a learning curve because it's a crop that you've never grown before. So you need to figure out why you didn't get that harvest and then make adjustments, do research, try to get some education, figure out how to get the food that you need to feed yourself, your family, your community. Point number two is actually write down and figure out how much to plant next year. And so that answer is answered pretty easy by answering and doing a good job on number one. If we know we had enough food, then we know basically what to do next year. So that is pretty simple. But we need to write it down, we need to make a plan, which leads us to number three. And number three is how much seed do I need? Did I produce enough seed for myself this year? Do I need to purchase seed for next year? And that could have been one of the problems why you didn't grow enough food. If you ran into that with the crop, maybe your seed wasn't good. Maybe your seed supplier mixed it up. One year I tried to grow celeriac, and I had a beautiful crop of celery instead because it was the wrong variety. And so what we want to do is focus in on those three things when planning next year's garden. Did I have enough food production? How much do I need to plant for next year? Do I need more? Write that down, get it in your plan. And number three, go through your seeds. Do you have enough seed for next year? And you want to do this way before Christmas, way before Thanksgiving. In fact, I already have my seed. I've ordered seed. It came before Halloween. So I do this early in the year. But if you haven't done this before Christmas, it's not too late. You don't want to wait until May when it's gardening season, especially in the climate we live in today, because people are scared of the world we live in and they buy up all the seeds early in the gardening season. And so things are out of stock. So this is something we need to do early in the year so that we remember what we didn't have. Because if you wait until March, April, May, you may not remember what you were hungry for at the end of the season. But right now is a good time. October, November, perfect time because most of the work in the garden is done. Early winter is setting in, and you have time to sit down for a minute and think this through. Hopefully, this helps you to have a seed on your shelf.